Hi, this is Cam Logan from ChristianWritingStudio.com, and I just want to show you some red flags to look for when you're formatting a Word document for Kindle, Kobo, Nook, or Smashwords. And these little red flags are pretty consistent between all of the different platforms that you can upload to. The first is when you want to add a heading to your document, I highly recommend starting with a blank document where there's absolutely no variation between font size and there's no variation between whether it's bold or italicized, and just start with a completely clean document. And I showed you how to do that in another video. If you haven't watched it yet, it's a pretty fast one. And what you're going to do is when you add a heading, do it as a style. And the reason why you do that is because it will keep it consistent in your whole document. And it formats not just the look of the font, but it actually formats the line as well. And you want as much consistency as possible. That way there's no little surprises when you do upload it. Another thing that you need to make sure you clean up, and I highly recommend having this paragraph feature turned on, is we can see when we have too many paragraph spaces. You'll notice here there's a paragraph here and a paragraph here. We need to clean that up and get rid of one of those paragraphs. And notice that's here. Again, we're just going to have to go through the whole document and do that. And the reason why it's in this document is because I copied all of this over from my blogs, and with the blog, you have to pretty much do 2 spaces in order to get one return on Blogger, which is incredibly frustrating, but that's why there's all these extra ones here. And we definitely don't want that for Kindle. So you'll notice, again, this will need to be cleaned up a lot. If you want to do something special with scripture, what I would do is, again, I'd go to styles, and what I would do is I might create a new style. We can say set style set. Oh, I don't want that. This is different from the other one that I'm used to doing. But if we want to create a new style, we can, and I'm just not seeing it. New style, there it is. So we're going to base it up just on the normal style, but for this style, we want it italicized, and we're just going to call it scripture or script because I'm lazy right now. So what I'm going to do is anytime I want scripture or anything italicized, I'm just going to do it as script, and again, it embeds it deeper in the document, and that is what we want. So we can go through the document, and we're just looking for red flags right now. Again, I'd be correcting all of those, and we can see, oh, okay, here's another heading I want to do. And if you want to insert a page break, it's a little bit different for Kindle than it is for Nook. With Kindle, you just insert a page break, and you're done. You're good. With Nook, you have to insert, you actually will go to, and I forget now what it is, that's awful. Oh golly, it completely breaks. Here we go. I'm used to working with a different type of word. You'll have to forgive me. You're going to do a section break if you were doing Nook. So between the Kindle and the Nook files, really the only difference are your page breaks and your section breaks for the most part. So keep that in mind as you're going through your document. Now, let me just keep on looking, and I want to show you, I know later in my document I'm very guilty of this. Aha, right here. With any type of e-reader, you have to remember, especially if somebody is reading on your book on a smaller screen, anytime you have more than 3 returns in a row, that could show up as a blank page for them. So let's say somebody's reading your book on an iPhone, that would be 2 completely blank pages, and quite frankly would probably drive them crazy. So we definitely don't want that at all. So just go ahead and delete all of those things, and if we wanted to, I'm not really going through the document right now specifically, but if you want a page break, put it in there, but don't do a bunch of returns. So those are the main red flags that you want to look for when you're formatting your document. And if it's a nice clean document, then this process will go much quicker. It can be a little bit tedious, but you know, just work your way through it and you'll get there. I'm going to be doing a couple series on ebook formatting, so if you can catch some of the other videos, great. If not, contact me at ChristianWritingStudio.com and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.